So, wag niyong baliwalain yung mga mental health programs that your guidance
Mm-hmm.
and your schools are giving you
Yes.
because that is very important.
Mm-hmm.
I am also a guidance counselor for 1 decade, and I know the value of mental health now. If you know how to take care of your mental health now, pag sinimulan nyo ngayon, you're actually putting the seeds of coping. So
I see.
critical
Right.
thinking, it's mental capacity, coping and resilience is our psychological readiness to face difficulty. And the
Mm-hmm.
third C, collaboration. So this is
Right.
the social dimension. I just read something, a study from Harvard, a career expert from Harvard, Bianca. He said that in the world of work now, he noticed that there is one thing missing. This career expert said that there's one thing missing
Mm-hmm.
in many people in the workforce, and that is collaboration. Imagine
Mm-hmm.
collaboration. Guys, sino dito sa inyo yung naiinis kayo minsan pag yung mga pag maraming group work tapos may mga groupmates kayo na ayaw mag-act, ayaw mag-contribute. Meron ba dito? Meron ba dito na ginagawa na lang lahat para sa grade pero kailangan group kayo? Or meron ayaw
Mm.
mag-collaborate? You know, guys, until you become older, collaboration. Collaboration is a key skill. It's very
Mm-hmm.
needed because actually it's a missing skill. To be collaboration is being able to work with others. So maybe you are a leader, but if you are a leader, do you know how to gang up everyone in your group and also
Mm-hmm.
ask them to step up? Or ikaw yung leader na ako na lang gagawa, bahala na ako. But that's not actually leading. That is being selfish. But when
Mm-hmm.
you lead by example and you lead with
Right.
sacrifices, 'di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Mag-sacrifice ka ng time mo. So lead, are you a leader or a team player? Yung team
Mm-hmm.
player, you collaborate with everyone, you contribute. And ako ayoko nito, pero sana hindi kayo ganito. Yung mga ano lang, freeloader,
Mm-hmm.
guys,
Right.
in the world of work, you cannot be a freeloader. So kung ngayon, nakakatapos kayo ng project nang wala kayong kinontribute, simulan nyo na to be a team player, to actually step up to become the leader. Because collaboration, hindi lahat ng oras may magsasabi sa'yo na ito yung gagawin mo. Sasabihin lang sa'yo ng part, bahala ka na dyan. And huwag kayong magagalit when you go to work and parang hindi naman ako tinuruan. Because not everybody will do that. No holding hands. In the
Right.
real world of
Right.
work, there's no teachers to teach you. If there's just bosses to call you out why you don't know.
You
And
need to
when you
take the
say na,
initiative. Right.
yes, and you know how to collaborate. Pag sinabi na this is a teamwork, you know when to step up and you know when to step aside so others can move. And you just cannot, take credit for something that you did not work for. So hindi mo pwedeng i-copy paste lang yung project
Right.
mo.
As you
I
said
think
earlier, na key, context is key when you were talking
yes.
about critical thinking. So hindi nga pwede yung copy-paste. You have to take a look at the whole picture instead of just the smaller scope. Right, right.
Yes. So, collaboration, I think, simulan nyo na ngayon. You're in high school
Mm,
hanggang college. Remember, that's a key skill that you would need. You will meet different people. Huwag kayong magreklamo. You don't always say na, let's normalize this, let's do this, let's do that. You cannot ask people to always bend to what you want. You have to learn to
mm-hmm.
adapt to all kinds of people because there are
Right, of
more
course.
kinds of people beyond the confines of school. And the fourth
Mm-hmm.
important aspect that I really love is actually compassion and empathy. Hindi natin 'to naririnig, guys, but I'm reading a lot of articles regarding the future of work, and we're going back to compassion. This is the personal. And I believe if I started with the mental and the psychological and then the social, this is actually compassion and empathy is the, let's just call it the psychospiritual aspect. Because
Mm-hmm.
compassion is you are being able to genuinely care for others and yourself. Don't forget yourself. Don't forget yourself. It's not selfish. It's actually, I'm taking this course on mindful self-compassion, Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
when we say compassion, we always look at it as it's a spiritual word.
Right.
Pero alam mo itong pandemic, we've seen that we need compassion because we are dealing with different kinds of people. Ito yung marunong ka umintindi na may pinagdadaanan pala siya at marunong ka
Exactly.
rin makinig
Yes.
sa sarili mo na nahihirapan pala ako.
Mm-hmm.
It's not pitying yourself, but being kind to yourself. Can you say with
Mm-hmm.
me, kind to myself? Can you put there in the chat,
Yes.
compassion is self-kindness?
So
Because
let's
when we,
see, everyone.
let's
Yes,
see,
compassion is self kindness. So I hope everyone, you can say it out loud, but also comment it now in our live stream,
yes
just
please.
so that you can really get it into your system. Yes, compassion is
Compassion
self
is self-kindness.
kindness.
You know why this is important? Because that's actually what's going to make teams, workplaces thrive. Because there's relational harmony. If each one is kind with the other, if you are kind to yourself and you're kind to your colleagues,
Mm-hmm.
to your boss, and the boss are kind to everyone, we have thriving workspaces.
Right.
Na kahit naman pinagdadaanan ka ngayon,
Yes,
okay,
it's a
I'll help you
wonderful
out.
domino effect.
Yes, because
Mm-mm.
compassion is suffering with others. You don't tell people na buti nga sa'yo. No, compassion means to suffer with. So kung ano pinagdadaanan niya when you are in the team, when you're in the work, kung ano yung parang sa pamilya, kung anong sakit ng kalingkingan, dama ng buong katawan. So pag nagka-problema yung isa, if one is suffering a mental health issue, mind you, your whole team will be affected. Kasi pag nag-leave yan, kayo ang magkukuha ng trabaho niya.
Mm-mm.
So you have to
Right,
learn
right.
also how to be compassionate, to listen to yourself if you're no longer okay, and to listen to them and to support them. You support each other with
Mm-mm.
work. You support each other also with your own well-being. So, 'di ba? That's actually very human. Literally human skills that we forgot. Itong compassion na 'to, tinuturo sa atin to early on in the grade school. But we need to
Mm-hmm.
revisit it because I've seen this is one of the key skills that's needed in thriving workspaces. So, these are very important skills, Bianca. Pero
Right.
alam mo, I have to tell you, mahirap to. Mahirap
Of
to.
course, all four of them. It's
All
difficult
four
just to
of
pick
them.
one up or even develop one.
And
Yes, that's
these
correct.
four are not enough. Marami pa. These are just my top
Mm-mm.
pick. Because for
I
me,
see.
there's in the I teach the subject. I teach in the graduate school. I teach in the developmental psychology programs, Miriam.
Mm-hmm.
One of the subject that I teach is actually adolescents, teenagers, like the people that we're listening with
Mm-hmm.
now. So to have to understand that one of the crucial skill that that's happening to your stage is actually self-awareness.
Right, right.
Self-awareness, napaka-critical yan. Baka narinig nyo na yan in your guidance class, narinig nyo na yan in your homeroom activity. But self-awareness, it's actually the main task, quote-unquote task. The main goal
Mm-hmm.
that you have now to be future ready is to be fully self-aware. Can you all say self-aware? Because
Self-aware.
self-awareness, it's just not kilala ko sarili ko. It's just not about that. Self-awareness, it's actually seeing ourselves in a more objective manner. Yung
Mm-hmm.
yung
Mm-hmm.
bang you can step back and then you can reflect at makita mo yung sarili mo through the perspective of other people. And that's such a good practice. It's not being mean, it's not being selfish, and it's not being egocentric, but it's
Mm-hmm.
actually the ability to focus on yourself, your action, your thoughts or emotions, and you align it to your internal standards. Tama ba tong ginawa ko? So it's, you become curious. Can you say with me curious? When you are
Right.
self-aware,
Curious.
you become curious with your internal process. Hindi ka harsh at hindi mo hinuhusgahan yung sarili mo. And many people now lack that skill of self-awareness because, well, honestly, they look to social media to affirm themselves of what the person they want to be, who they want to be.
Mm-mm. Instead of
But
their
it's
own personal standards.
yes. So it's very critical for you to look at, is this the life that I want? Is this who I really am? I
Mm-hmm.
want her life. I want to be that. That's my peg. But yan ba talaga yung gusto ko? Kasi baka at the end
Mm,
of the long line, natapos mo yung course mo, pero hindi mo pala kilala sarili mo. May ginaya ka lang.
right.